A black panther crept up behind a herd of antelope. It startles the antelopes who are drinking water. Strangely enough, not only did the panther not attack them, instead, it sat side by side with them and drank with them. It turns out, this forest has a law recognized by all animals, is whenever there is a big drought, the peace rock in the lake will be exposed. Once the peace rock is found exposed, that moment means the truce has begun. During this time, all animals are forbidden to hunt and kill, enjoying the scarce water together. Just when the animals are drinking with their heads down, suddenly a water scoop fell, scared them back. The ladle quickly came into the hands of the boy. Seeing the way he was drinking, the beasts cast astonished gazes, but his behavior, it was soon met with a stern reprimand from the Wolf King as well. Turns out the boy was raised by wolves. To become a member of the forest, then you must give up human habits. Hearing this, the baby wolf immediately endeavored to show himself. The Wolf King said the smallest of certain packs would be eaten. Just then, the appearance of a vicious tiger. It instantly put all the animals on alert. The Wolf King rushed the boy to hide behind him, but it was still discovered by the vicious tiger. His gaze revealed a deep hatred for humans, because one of his eyes had been injured by a human. But during this truce, the tiger didn't dare to act rashly. It could only put down harsh words to the Wolf King before leaving, saying that when the rainy season comes, is the time of the boy's death. Looking at the departing figure of the evil tiger, the Wolf King knows that after the truce, the Wolf clan will face a massacre. So when the rainy season comes again, the Wolf clan had to pay attention to this problem. They discussed it for a long time still without result, although there was no one who could divide the wolves yet. But the threat of the evil tiger really can't be ignored. In order not to drag the Wolf clan down, the boy decided to leave the forest. Panther also agreed with the boy's idea, because only by returning to the human village, the boy can be truly safe. Even though the wolf mom was very reluctant to let go, but she had no choice. She could only say goodbye to the boy with tears in her eyes. And so the boy was escorted by the panther, set out on a journey to a human village. But as they passed through the grasslands, the black panther sensed something was wrong, immediately told the boy to run, but it was too late. Luckily the panther pounced on the tiger in time. The boy was so scared that he ran away, and the cows were so scared that they scattered in all directions. The tiger attacked fiercely. The panther fights back, buying time for the boy to escape. But there is a huge difference in strength. The panther was soon defeated. The tiger then ran towards the boy. It was about to catch up with the boy. At the critical moment, a herd of panicked bison rushed and knocked the tiger away. The boy took the opportunity to jump down the canyon, just want to catch his breath. Who knew that the herd of bison rushed down like crazy too? The boy hurriedly ducked aside and locked eyes with the tiger. He knew that once the herd dispersed, he would have nowhere to run, so he summoned up the courage to leap onto the back of the bull. As the herd disappeared from the tiger's sight, the angry tiger stood at the edge of the gorge hissing, and the boy fell asleep on the bull's back. Exhausted, when he woke up, he found that the mountain had begun to slide. He had no time to think, only to jump into the rushing river. Luckily, he grabbed a dead wood, followed the river to the depths of the jungle. What awaited him next was a greater challenge. This little boy went deep into the forest, accidentally finds a huge snake skin. He takes a closer look at it, soon realizes that it doesn't seem to be edible, so he threw it away and continued on his way. But he didn't know that danger was creeping up on him. The surroundings became more and more eerie, and inexplicable uneasiness welled up in the boy's heart. At that moment, a giant python suddenly appeared in front of him. Those palpitating eyes firmly attracted the boy. It made him fall into a trance. It was as if he was taken back to the past by it. He saw himself when he was a baby, encountering a tiger with his father in a cave. His father trying to protect him, waving a torch. He fought with the tiger, but eventually died under the tiger's sharp claws. The tiger was also injured by the fire and fled. Only the little boy hiding in the corner was left behind. He staggered out of the cave, but just as he did, he was spotted by a black panther. Strangely enough, the boy was not only not afraid, instead, he reached out his hand to touch the panther's teeth. This action instantly melted the panther's heart. He took the boy back to the forest. He entrusted him to the Wolf King to raise. That's why the tiger with the grudge kept chasing the boy. When the boy came back to his senses, he realized that he had been deadlocked by the python. The python opened its mouth and was ready to devour the boy. In the nick of time, a brown bear suddenly appeared and saved the boy. A brown bear suddenly appeared and saved the boy, and took him to his lair. Seeing that the boy was unharmed, the brown bear immediately turned on him. The brown bear said, "In order to return my favor, all the boy has to do now is climb up, shake the thing that makes the noise as hard as you can, then pick it off and bring it back to him." The boy heard it. He was confused. It turned out that the brown bear wanted him to take down the honey from the cliff, although it was dangerous. But in order to repay the brown bear for saving his life, the boy decided to take a chance. He climbed to the tree and cut down a few vines, then fixed them on the cliff, then carefully climbed down to the beehive. He was just about to make his move. The bees attacked and started stinging him. The brown bear below saw this and immediately snubbed the boy. Finally, the boy hangs in midair and kicks hard with his feet. Finally, a large chunk of the hive was kicked down. The brown bear was overjoyed. It took a big bite on the spot. Even the honey left on the little boy was not wasted. He picked it up and licked it. The boy, on the other hand, was stung badly by the bees, took a small piece of honey and was ready to leave. Upon learning that he was going to the human village, the brown bear decided to escort him there. They walked for a day and a night. Finally they saw the village at the bottom of the hill. However, at this point the boy began to hesitate because he had always lived in the forest, knowing nothing about the human world, worried that he would not be able to adapt. The brown bear saw the boy's thoughts, so persuaded him to stay, and promised to protect him all the time. To repay the brown bear, the boy promised to help him pick more honey. The next day the boy began to use human ingenuity, making all kinds of tools. Taking the little animals with him, he harvested a lot of honey. The brown bear praised him greatly. One man and one bear soon became good friends. Just as they were frolicking in the water, the panther came looking for them. This delighted the boy. He was excited to show him the tools he had made and the large amount of honey he had harvested. But the panther was not happy about this. He thought the boy's tools would upset the ecological balance of the forest. Although it helped the bears, it also hurt the bees. But it also hurt the bees. The panther asks him to follow him back to the human village early the next morning. But by nightfall, the boy is attracted by the sound of an elephant wailing from outside. Stepping out to see, it turned out to be a baby elephant that had accidentally fallen into a pit. The boy quickly found vines. Using human rescue methods, he managed to pull the baby elephant up. Witnessing all this, the panther fell into silence. It began to wonder if its perceptions were correct, so it told the brown bear about the occasion. After learning that the tiger had been chasing the boy, only then did it realize the gravity of the matter. For the boy's safety, the brown bear had no choice but to say something against the boy's will, deliberately exasperating him away. However, there are far more crises in the forest than just the tiger. When the boy ran to the tree to sulk, suddenly a pair of hands reached down and grabbed him straight away. The boy was captured by a group of monkeys. They relayed each other to pass the boy over. Before the boy could react, a long-armed monkey threw him out of the air. Panther realizes that the boy has been jerked away. Immediately, he gives chase. However, a river appeared in front of him, blocking the way. Just when the panther was anxious, a brown bear jumped into the water, creating a chance for the panther to pass, and the boy is carried on the back of a white monkey through the woods. Then a leap straight to the cliffs. By the time the panther and the brown bear catch up, they had already thrown the boy to the top of the mountain. Immediately afterward, then they took him to a palace of human civilization. There were many other implements used by humans in the palace. Just as he was curiously studying the implements, a giant hand suddenly reached out. It grabbed a handful of fruits from the ground and then disappeared into the darkness. Before the boy could react, the owner of that giant hand actually spoke. It turns out that this great ape is the leader of this group of monkeys. The reason why he captured the boy is to want the boy to teach him to build fire. Because in his eyes, fire is the key to ruling this forest. As long as you have fire, you can stand at the top of the food chain. And as a human, the boy must know how to make fire. In exchange, he is willing to give the boy shelter to keep him safe in the forest. But the boy, who had grown up among wolves, didn't know how to make fire. The ape didn't believe it. It was about to get angry. A familiar voice suddenly came from behind. It turned out to be the brown bear. As soon as he came up, he started sucking up to the great ape. All the monkeys listened in awe. That's when Panther took the opportunity to dive in from the side. He gave the boy a wink, signaling him to run away. The boy immediately understood. When the giant ape did not pay attention, he quietly slipped away from the side. Unfortunately, he didn't get far. It was discovered by the little monkey. The brown bear saw that its purpose had been achieved. Then it hurriedly turned around and ran out of the palace. All the monkeys quickly chased after them, while the black panther and the brown bear stood in the way, fighting for the boy to get away. The great ape was furious. He personally went out to chase the boy straight after him. Although he was huge in size, but is extremely flexible, with a few jumps, he came in front of the boy and blocked his way. The boy wanted to use the wolves to threaten the great ape, but the great ape told him the wolf king had already been executed by the tiger. Hearing this news, the boy was all the more sad and angry, even more eager to leave this place. He leapt out of the window. The great ape followed closely behind, but the huge body was instantly stuck. He struggled as hard as he could. Unexpectedly, the palace collapsed instantly as he crashed through it, burying the great ape underneath. The boy who escaped knew he was no match for the tiger, so he crept to the human village, stealing their torches, and then ran wild all the way, vowing to find the tiger to avenge his wolf father. Unexpectedly, while he was running, sparks were spilled all over the place. When he found the tiger, the sparks that had just fallen had already started a fire. When the animals saw the torch in his hand, they all felt fear and retreated. Even the wolves were avoiding it. The tiger took the opportunity to irritate the boy with his words. The boy felt guilty. He threw the torch away. Without the torch, the boy could not fight against the tiger. At that moment, the boy's family and friends came forward. They decided to fight with him against the tiger. A big battle was about to break out. The brown bear was the first to rush out and fight with the tiger, although it was bigger than the tiger. But the tiger was the king of the forest after all. One bite caught the brown bear's neck. The boy was furious to the core. Hissing, he rushed forward, ready to fight the tiger to the death, but the panther held him down and told him to calm down. Thinking about how humans fight, the boy had an instant epiphany. He immediately got up and ran towards where the forest fire started. Seeing the boy who was far away, the tiger immediately shook off the wolves and chased after him. The black panther followed closely behind, with the advantage of speed. He soon caught up with the tiger, but he was never a match for the tiger. He was trampled under the tiger's feet. When he was about to give the panther a final blow, the wolves rushed up again to save the black panther. At the same time, the boy used a stone to cut down the vine, fixed one end of the vine to the tree, tied the other end to a branch, then threw it out. After doing this, realized that the tiger had caught up with him. The boy slowly moved forward along the branch. The tiger approached step by step. When the boy had no way to retreat, the tiger pounced on him. The boy quickly jumped away. A hand grabbed the vine that was tethered in advance, and the branch couldn't withstand the weight of the tiger directly broke. The tiger fell in an instant. The boy sitting on the branch witnessed the tiger's death by fire. He had succeeded. Using human ingenuity, he had finally defeated the tiger. At that moment, the elephants also arrived. In return for the boy saving the baby elephant, they pushed down the trees to block the river. Then they used their tusks to dig a new ditch. The diverted river flowed to the forest instantly. The fire was directly extinguished. Peace was finally restored to the forest. The boy was also recognized by the jungle. He became the new king of the pack, and his name was Mowgli.